Okay, so today we are going to make pine tar soap. It is very easy to make. It took me less than an hour to actually make the soap. Easy and only few ingredients. So I really think if you're a beginner, you can still make that soap. Just have your mold ready because this goes really fast. So let's get started.
As always, I started by mixing lye and water and put it aside to cool down. While the lye water is cooling down, I will add and prep my oils. Here I'm adding cocoa butter to the container. Then I also added coconut oil, and last but not the least, olive oil. After I added all three oils, I'm gonna melt them once I know my lye water is close to the temperature I need it to be. Meanwhile, I opened the container and measured the pine tar according to my recipe. I used 15% of pine tar. When you calculate your soap recipe in soapcalc.net, you should add that 15% in the list of oils and butter. Also, I will link the video up here if you would like to see how to calculate your own recipes in soapcalc.net. Oils, lye water, and pine tar. Lye water is already made and the temperature is 87, so this is good to go. For the oils, the temperature is at 95 degrees. By the time I will add this pine tar to the oils, the temperature will go down to about 80 something. So then they will be at the same temperature, and we have to make sure that the temperature of these two are low. We actually don't need any stick blender for pine tar soap because pine tar will accelerate the whole thing and make it go really fast. So let's get started with mixing pine tar to the oils, and we will make sure it is mixed very well. Now once the lye water is going to be added in here, the whole thing will trace really fast, and we have to make sure our mold is ready so that as soon as this soap is ready, we can pour it into the batter because it's gonna get thick really fast. Pine tar is mixed well here in the oils, and the temperature now is 89 degrees. This one is about 86 degrees, so this is perfect right now. Because I have cocoa butter in it, I don't want to let it cool down even more because then it will start solidifying. So let's add it, and then the whole process will go really fast. I'm going to add lye water. I am not adding any fragrance or any color to this recipe because the main purpose of me making this soap is for skin problems, right? So I want it to be as natural as possible. Look, it's already starting to get thick, but I have to make sure it reaches trace. It won't even take any time. Wow, it's already thickening up. Oh, it's already reached. You can see it's very difficult because of the darker color here, but it has already reached trace and it is ready to go in the mold. But I want to make sure I can move it around as much as possible. You see, it's already reaching trace. All right, before it gets too thick, I want to pour it in the mold. I'm going to pour it in the mold now. Look at this beautiful soap. I love it. You see, it didn't even take any time, like literally not even a minute, and it has traced. The soap is now in the mold. Pine tar is antibacterial, antifungal, and antiseptic. That's why it has been used for years in soaps. I did not add any fragrance or mica in there. So now I'm going to unmold this in 48 hours. So I'm unmolding this 48 hours later. I can see from the sides it is still soft, but I think it's ready to come out of the mold. Just a little sticky, but not too crazy. Okay, it came out of the mold pretty nicely, clean. It's a little bit harder than a usual soap, that's why I didn't want to leave it too long in the mold. Beautiful. Look at this beauty. Wow. I love it. So I'm gonna cure it for a few weeks and just do a test. I'm gonna cure it for 4 to 6 weeks to test it, and then in 8 weeks I will have it ready to sell or to give it to my friend who needs it. And thank you for watching. If you need recipe for this soap, just send me an email and I will be able to provide the recipe. I will not be posting it on YouTube directly because this is a custom recipe and I do not want to post it online.